Throughout this tutorial, you will learn how to alter your images on your website as well as change your content out or do something to your content, possibly alter it by using Photoshop instead of going through the code. So this is kind of a very easy way to manipulate your content without it being a hassle with changing your code. If you have any questions, just let me know. So in this video, I'll be teaching you, or this portion of the video, I'll be teaching you how to change your slider images, which is going to function at the moment as your primary gallery. But right now, I pulled up one of your photos and I'm going to change the size. It's actually at the right size, but I just wanted to make a note that your height needs to be 390 pixels. Period. It has to be 390 pixels. So the width doesn't matter, but the height does. The resolution also doesn't matter. Just as long as the pixels are up for the height are 390, you're going to be golden. So from that point on, just go ahead and highlight the photo, copy it. You're going to go ahead and open up your slide origin. This is technically going to be titled your slide origin. At the moment, it's titled slide 1, and that's of course what you're going to be saving it as, but when you open it, it will be under slide origin. Go ahead, and as you can see, it's right there. We're going to take that off, or rather hide it. And as you can see these red lines, right? What this is for is a guide to let you know don't go outside of this particular border. So this is your border. Don't go anywhere outside of that line. So luckily it fits perfect. Paste the image. I'm going to move it. Sorry about that. We're going to paste the image again. Now we're going to put it so that it is above all the writing. And you probably won't have that problem. And there you have it. It's right there in between the borders. And one of the unique things about this particular template, and this is something to be very mindful of, when you're inside of the layers, you want to, of course, make it look a little bit jazzier. You don't have to, but if you wanted to, you want to make it look a little bit jazzier, you go ahead and you copy the layer style, which all you have to do is click on layer 4, right click, copy layer style, go to the picture that you do want to put the layer on, which would be layer 5. In this particular case, it would be layer 5. Paste it, and there you have it. You have the drop shadow, you've got the border, you got the inner shadow. Looks really good. Now, the last step, one of the last steps, the most important one, is to remove the border, which, as you can see in this particular area, shape 1, shape 2, take the red off, take the eye off, and there it goes invisible. Save it as either slider 1, slider 2, slider 3, whatever position you would like for it to be in, and you have successfully changed the image for your slider. Now you still have to upload it to your server, which we discussed before, and I'll show you in the video, but this is how you change your images. You can change any image the way you want it to. You can change this text around if you wanted to. You kind of get your freedom with that. Altering your content at this point will be just as easy as changing your photos in your slider. What I've done is I've basically made it a photo itself, or an image I should say, one that will allow people to not steal content, or it won't allow people to steal content, excuse me. And then it will also give you the ability to alter, change, swap this image out if you wanted to, change the text if you needed to. It basically gives you freedom. Now at this time, I don't, I was looking for, but I didn't find Romain Burrell's content, but yours was available, so I was able to place yours in, and his will look almost exactly the same way. It'll just, of course, be on the other side, but you'll be able to alter it, change it, move things around, add stuff if you wanted to. And what it will be under is content, which, if you can see this right here, is content.psd, which is how you'll receive it, but it needs to be saved as content.jpg. and that way, as soon as you upload it, it will update the content seamlessly. No problems, no muss, no fuss. If you are going to be adding stuff, just don't add anything that would increase the length or anything like that, and you'll be fine. But other than that, all you have to do is save as content.jpg, upload it in the way that I showed you, and we'll show you again, and you will have no problem swapping out the content for your website. Uploading content to your website, or rather just uploading images technically, will be super easy, super simple, no muss, no fuss sort of a thing. So let me log out of your account so that we can basically start from scratch, and I'll log back in. What you're going to be doing is going into your control panel, which is what this is. You're going to go to your file manager. If it's not in your favorites, then it'll be in the website file. Go to file manager. And from that point on, you'll see some files because it is the file manager. So what you're going to do is head on over to the images folder, and all of your images will be there. At the moment, of course, there aren't a lot of images, but once this is done, you'll have all the images for your website, and it'll say slider 1, slider 2, slider 3, slider 4, slider 5, slider 5, slider 6, all of your slider images, and then of course you'll have your content image, and those are the things that you're going to be updating, replacing on a regular basis. So all you have to do is click on the upward arrow, which is of course upload, browse, hopefully yours won't take as long as mine. Find the image that you want to download, or upload I should say. Upload. And sometimes it'll get stuck on red, so it'll just have a red spot at the end. It doesn't mean it isn't uploaded. Sometimes it just acts funny. You can't upload more than one picture at a time. It's basically the same process as SendSpace, except it's faster. And I prefer it actually versus, well, SendSpace, I should say. It's a very, very good process. So while it's loading, the primary thing to remember is to make sure that it is titled correctly. It should definitely say slider 1, slider 2, slider 3, slider what have you, .jpg, period. There is no other way to make sure that the website will reference it. So what you're going to be doing is making sure that the server can find it. If it's not under the right name, or if it's not worded correctly, or if it's uppercase when it should be lowercase, it will not find it, because according to it, it won't exist. So that's the only thing to be mindful of, is just to make sure that it is titled correctly. Make sure it is lowercase slider.jpg. I never do things in capital letters because I can't remember it. And that way you will be able to find it. You will be able to find it, and they will be able to find it. And so the process is complete. And as you can see, her photo is there. It was there before, but it has been updated because it says June 10th. And you can see it right here. And just a FYI, you do always want to check and make sure that it does exist there. So I always personally click on the magnifying glass to make sure that it actually is there. Because sometimes, there may have been an upload error. I've never had it happen, but just in case. And that is all you have to do to change your content and to change your images, your slider images. It's extremely simple. Something really, basic to do. Just swap it out, and that's it. Again, what you're going to be introduced to when you open up your control panel, let's start from the control panel. When you open up your control panel, you're going to be introduced to your file manager, or you should be looking for your file manager, I should say. Click on your file manager. going to open up all these files. This is technically the root menu. Open up all these files. What you're going to do is look on this side, not on this side, but look on this side for the images folder, and this is where you upload all your images. Technically, you would also be uploading your content because your content is an image so that it can make it an easy swap out for you and you don't have to worry about messing with any code or anything like that. So it's a very, very easy way to do it. If you have any questions, please let me know.